Hi, good morning. Happy Monday. I just got back from Texas late last night for Steve Chazen's memorial, which was very nice, very well spoken by Vicky Hollow and Chris Stavros. Both gave very appropriately funny but very touching tributes to a truly remarkable man, a man who was very driven by charity and treating people fairly, as well as being a major success in business. He had a unique combination of a PhD in geology and a preternatural ability with numbers and accounting. He had started apparently doing his father's taxes when he was 12, to give you an idea of how good Chazen was, and said he'd never been in an organization in his entire career where he didn't manage the finances. A remarkable man who will be sadly missed. And I'm just heading off to JFK right now to go to London. It's my mother's 90th birthday. I'll also catch the Oil and Money Conference, as is now known, the Energy Intelligence Conference 2022, where Miss Holub will be, Vicky Holub will be there again. So hopefully I'll catch up with her and a couple of other major CEOs, including the CEO of Aramco, which is probably the big oil story of the week. The OPEC meeting on the 5th, Wednesday through the end of the week, with potentially the Russians, Novak, present. He's not specifically sanctioned by the EU, so he can go into Vienna. The in-person meeting leads people to believe there'll be a big decision. The market's at a 1 million barrel a day cut. We think that'll probably deliver about half of the promised cuts, but the fact that they're meeting in person might mean we get a renegotiation of the quota system, which is way out of whack, as everybody knows. We're really using quotas from 2018, which makes no sense. Elsewhere, everybody's watching on a micro level Credit Suisse, which makes me very nervous. I've got a Deutsche Bank pension, but also obviously currencies and government debt, with this morning's news that Liz Truss is backing off her tax cut for the highest earners under significant pressure. I think I've seen some pretty rotten British Prime Ministers, but I haven't seen one that's become this controversial as quickly as Liz Truss. So major changes there. The other thing out there is the Brazilian election, which is going to a runoff between Bolsonaro and Lula. The market apparently will like that, because essentially Lula will have to come somewhat back from being excessively liberal, having not directly won. And the concern then, and Lula and Bolsonaro didn't really win the mandate to claim power. So the market in Brazil might like what's happening there, but we remain very nervous about Brazil. And in the market, as I say, really currency rates and how the oil market reacts to the OPEC cut. It's possible that it's seen as bearish. OPEC may not want to do too much right before winter. We are tapering the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, and it's pretty chilly here in Brooklyn. It would be a big risk for OPEC to cut too much oil. But of course they do meet monthly, although it'd be a bit silly to cut and then have to uncut as soon as next month if it gets cold enough globally. Have a great week. I'll be in London.